I had a creative transition into NFL draft. So I was going to say, so the voice of collegefootball.com finally launched vocfb.com. I teased it a little bit last week. It's live. I've written a bunch of articles. I have a Shedeur article on there that came out pre-draft. You can see my thoughts about that. But we're not going to talk about Shedeur. Talked about the landing spots for CJ West and Kurtis Rourke. Both of them ended up in the Bay Area. They're going to San Francisco. I have an undrafted free agent piece that's going to come out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But let's talk the NFL draft, Brad. Do you want to take like a big picture look first, or do you want to talk individuals? Because obviously West was taken first in the 4th round, Rourke taken 7th or in the 7th round, and then we had the undrafted free agent signings.
From what perspective? From I guess we could just start with the draft picks. First thing that stood out, obviously, it's kind of nice to have a pipeline already established year one. That's kind of sick. Clearly, they're bought into what we're doing over here. They wouldn't take 2 guys from the same school, especially with the already preconceived notions of Indiana. Clearly, they're bought in on Cignetti and what he's done in terms of the players he's coached that have gone to the league. They are fans. And, yeah, West going to a situation where their D-lines have been, at least in development-wise, have been fantastic. They've had some of the best front sevens of the past decade. And for CJ West to be, chosen to be a part of that in the 4th round, to where that's too deep. He's expected to, be at least the backup for them. And yeah, clearly was one of our best players, most NFL ready guys consistently week in and week out. He was our best player by far in the Notre Dame game. He's the most NFL ready right at that moment by far, and super deserving of a 4th round pick. And then Rourke getting that backup job. Seriously, real talk, Purdy or Rourke.
No, I want to talk about CJ. I want to talk about CJ West real quick, because in doing a little bit of a deep dive back into West and trying to find clips of film and different plays, and dude popped off the entire season. He was, I think, most tackles for loss in the country for his position. He was unbelievable. He showed up against good teams, and he's taking that athlete at his size and giving it to a defensive mind like Robert Saleh. And I'll say former Jets fan. Robert Saleh, for whatever he was as a head coach, is a fantastic defensive coordinator, and he has the track record of developing specifically that position. And you have somebody like CJ West, who's already shown that he can come into a new system, learn a new environment, adapt. It's just for both of those guys individually, both him and Rourke, the fits in terms of where they ended up are perfect. And the fact that they're in the same place for Hoosier fans is really cool, because the Niners just picked up a bunch of Hoosier fans as fans.
Yeah, it's a great way to showcase the process for recruits and recruits and transfers down the line. Hey, you come to Indiana, we put you in a situation where you're able to go to the league. As a draft pick, CJ West, obviously you have to earn it. The talent has to be there for you to be in that situation. But for him to be that first draft pick in the Cignetti era and be in a great position to have a fantastic career and be on a lot of national television to showcase to recruits what, the dream, the dream is to get drafted. Not everyone, you can be part of a fantastic class at Alabama and not be one of those guys drafted. Only about, it's class of 25, at best 10 of those guys are going to the league. So it's selling that vision, moving forward. It's super, important to kind of build off that. Like I said at the beginning of the show, momentum.
No, but 100%. But to Rourke quickly, and the cool thing, the CJ West, when he got selected, the pick was announced live from Mexico, which was really cool. And then when Rourke got drafted, that pick was announced by WWE superstar Jimmy Uso, which, if there's any WWE fans out there that, it popped me, I'm not going to lie. But the 49ers released the phone calls, draft day phone calls for the day 3 guys, and the call to Rourke and just listening to Kyle Shanahan talk to him and be I can't believe you were here. We know there's some injury things. We love the film. When I wrote the piece I did about Rourke, I talked about that if you just do a drive-by and you kind of look for measurables, that you're going to miss the broader picture with him. It's his accuracy, decision-making, toughness, leadership, the ability to do the right thing over and over again. When somebody like Kyle Shanahan says he watched the film and loved the film, it's I know I know that guy was sitting there studying every play, looking at the decision-making process. And so it's like, we also to take a look at 7th-round picks that go to San Francisco. Brock Purdy is their current starting quarterback. Are they going to pay him $50 million, which is what the general public thinks he might get on the open market? Or are they going to take a look at Kurtis Rourke, who has already proven again, can come in, learn a new system, adaptable to different styles of coaching, and is literally perfect for that, like Shanahan system, to go from Mike Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, to Kyle Shanahan. Match made in heaven for that. I'm pumped for that kid. I'm so happy for him. Both of those guys. And then obviously we'll get to the UDFA guys in a second, but like perfect landing
for Rourke,
spots.
how I always evaluated him was, he's a clear NFL quarterback floor, top 3. He's going to make that roster. The question is he going to be able to become a 2 and potentially be a guy where it's like on any given Sunday, we have the injury. Let's go with Rourke for the weekend and see what happens. And I think he's in a great situation to do so. I'm looking up the quarterback room. He's got Purdy, Mac Jones, Rourke. He's competing with Tanner Mordecai, like who said this? Abel. Like Abel was saying for that roster spot. I think he is. He's a lot. I'm a big Tanner Mordecai fan. I've known about him since Oklahoma. He never really panned out to what he should have been. I think Rourke is ready now. I think he'll win that job, and I'm excited for him.
Well, if here's the thing
he's
with
got to
Rourke.
get it done.
No, here's the thing with Rourke too, is that he's coming. Like, he literally got ACL surgery in January. So if it was full blown ACL surgery and the thing was full blown torn, which we don't know to the extent of how bad the injury was, he's 6 to 9 months before he's back. So he's probably not in a position to compete for the job this year. That being said, like, you give him a full season to integrate into the system, learn the offense, become almost coach-like in his ability to teach it to people, and then go into next season fully healthy with the chance to compete. Like, who knows what Mac Jones and Tanner Mordecai are going to be doing 18 months from now. Same for Brock Purdy. So I think the Rourke pick is more so for the future. And again, to go to a mind like Kyle Shanahan, it's like there are certain teams where like they just like cut 7th-round picks sometimes. Like they don't know how to use their personnel. And a team like the 49ers knows exactly what they're doing with their personnel. And it's, again, really exciting that those guys went there. And also a lot of the landing spots for the undrafted guys too. Like really, really good landing spots for these guys.